You are now watching ES After Dark on Drip Row Radio.
What it do, baby? Light some, blaze some, smoke some.
Light some, vape some, sip some, testing 1, 2. This thing going, we on game night. Ayo, TikTok, I see y'all over there. I don't know what's up with the chat, but I'm gonna make sure I fix it by next week. But I see y'all pulling up in the chat. What up, TikTok? What's good? It's game night. Hope y'all had a happy 4th. We're about to get some games off the road right here, right now. This shit is getting crazy. Let's go. Pull up. It's game night. I heard a motherfucker on ES with a sprayed on hairline. Bro, we need to hear some name. And I don't want to trigger nobody, but I'm just asking a question. I'm just asking. Where'd y'all get that information from? I'm just asking. I'm kind of new around here, so I need to know some intel on shit like that. Here. Big TWM in the building. Let's go. I see the squads pulling up. You already know what time it is. It's 4th of July weekend. Why not? Motherfuckers watch up the whole tape area. This shit, y'all motherfuckers is diabolical. Wave Cartel, I see you. The demons in the chat, I see you. Y'all pull up. Y'all let me know where y'all viewing from on this 4th of July weekend. Let me know who the fuck up in here.
Who up in here?
Let's go, Core World. Ladies and gents, Facebook, YouTube, all across the wavy globe. Welcome to Game Night, Week 6. NBL activity is going down. I'm your host, Kato540. I got my co-host backstage, and we just vibing out right now. Hope y'all had a happy 4th of July weekend. Hope y'all staying out of trouble. Hope y'all not driving, drinking and driving, you know what I'm saying? No texting and driving. None of that crazy shit. I can help y'all out, but I ain't got bail money for everybody. All right, chat? Like, look, I might be able to help a few of y'all motherfuckers out, but I can't bail out the whole gang. Y'all gonna have to just stay on the straight and narrow and y'all chill. 4th of July is still going on. We outside. Let's go. And if y'all hear some background, things going on. Hey, that's still fireworks outside my crib as well. It's still going down. It's an ongoing process right now. It ain't midnight yet. And even if it gets midnight, the festivities is still going down for what y'all know. 4th of July, like to bring to y'all. So just to let y'all know, comments, what's goody? I see the Wave Cartel in here. I see TWM in here. I see WTBD in here, and they on a bye week tonight. Shout out to WTBD for still showing up, even on a bye week, though. That's what I'm talking about. That's dedication to the craft. That's dedication to the sport. And again, guys, it's not about what I got going on over here. It's about the competitors and what they got going on. We got stats. We got statistics. I see Big 40 in the building. I see affiliates in the building. I don't want to talk about it, Trail. I don't want to talk about it. I had to spend a lot of unnecessary money on that shit right there. I don't want to talk about it. And quiet is kept. I don't even like it. Like, we're not going to get into that. I don't want to talk about it. It's game night. It's 4th of July. We getting this shit going. Tommy Two-Time, what's good? Guru, what up? I see you. Let's go. Pull up. It's game night. It's game night. All right, let me see. We got the voting going down. Before I get my co-host in here, let me just let y'all know where we at. We on YouTube. We on TikTok. We got the vertical feed going down for the ones that's over there. Lock in. What up? For the ones that's over here on YouTube, you get the vote. Let's see what those parlays are looking like. Who wins tonight? Let's get this shit going. Give me some news we could use. I got you. Matter of fact, before we get into that, let me just set the table real quick. I don't think y'all understand what's going down. I don't think y'all understand the implications of what's going down. I give y'all some news. I let you know what's going down. This is going down right here, right now. Parlays, let's go. Lock the fuck in. Supreme, Wave Cartel. Supreme looking for their first dub tonight. They don't give a damn what the record is for the cartel. They trying to get this shit going. They look, I don't care who you put out there. We gonna show up. We gonna show up with some foes. We gonna show up and we gonna try to knock the giant down tonight. I think they standing too tall on their britches right now. I think we need to knock some of this shit down real quick and just show the people that they human. Like, look, y'all team just like everybody else, man. Look, we ain't scared of y'all, man. Y'all 4-0, y'all undefeated. Yeah, I get it, but check this shit out. See, for the ones that don't know, right? Just to set the table for game one, this used to be one whole team. On one hand, you had Supreme. On the other hand, you had the Wave Cartel. Once upon a time, chat. Once upon a time, this was one team. They had merged. We had a team merger. We thought this was going to be the merger of mergers since the last merge. But things didn't work out. The teams had to go their separate ways. And then next thing you knew, Supreme emerged back to where they need to be as a team. Wave Cartel, they said, look, we got to make a business decision. We got to go our separate ways. We got to do what we do for the brand. And now here we are today. Week 6. Supreme versus the Wave Cartel. They about to lock up tonight in the arena, and we're about to see what's going down. Now, bragging rights all aside, everything that's going down, you already know what it is. You already know the players involved. I got some dope stats locked in for y'all. Let me see where these votes is at. Okay, the votes is rolling in. The votes is rolling in right now. Let me get my co-host in here, and we're going to get this shit off the ground right here, right now. We're going to talk Supreme and the Wave Cartel. We have Brett, the Hitman, in the building. Wolverine.
Let's go. You know what time it is. You know what I'm already on.
All right, Brett, you already know. First off, happy 4th. Make sure you celebrating a good happy 4th. Everything is good. You're locked in. The fun zone's activated. I love to see it. This is what we're talking about. But let's talk about this, the history between Supreme and the Wave Cartel. In your mind's memory, what do you remember about this merger and these two teams being one?
Okay. Well, Supreme, they've been around since been around. And then Wave Cartel, the new guys, they merged once upon a time, but rumor has it didn't work out, and they went their separate ways. And they back. They both in the league, and they both standing on their own. So I'm happy to see it. I'm glad that they decided to just keep it imano, and here we are, 2026. So let's get to it.
2026, week 6, we're about to lock in, and as y'all know, Wave Cartel 4-0, fresh, ready, still have not faced defeat in this league yet. We have Supreme 0-4, still looking for their first dub, and they don't matter who it come from. They looking for that first dub. They sitting here 0-4. Now, don't get me wrong, chat. I don't think this is going to be something that's locked in. I think every team in this league will taste victory this season. I stand by it. If there's one parlay I'm going to stand by that. I feel that every team in this league deserves a dub and will get a dub this season, whether it's first half, second half. I think it's going to get done. So without further ado, let's look at the votes, and then we'll get game 1 off the ground right here, right now. With the votes chimed in, 79% say the Wave Cartel gets the dub tonight versus Supreme. 79%. They'll get it done.
Yep.
They'll get it done. So congrats to the teams that's out there already competing. Shout out to the people in the chat voting. We're about to get this shit off the ground right here, right now, because we got the talent on stage, on deck right now. We got 3 games tonight, so get ready to lock in for 3 games. So get your brush session, get your brushes, get your snacks, light something, vape something, sip something. You're going to want to smoke to this. You're going to want to drink to this. You might even want to brush to this or do 3 at the same damn time. I don't know. It depends on what you like to get into. I mean, look, why not? Get after this game night. Let's go. Battle number 1 off the ground right here, right now. We have Q4 versus Demo. Q Ford, Demo, Supreme, the Wave Cartel. Y'all see the talent. Let's go with the votes. Directing quality, Waiver 1. Definition, Waiver 1. Crown, Waiver 2. Flow, Waiver 2. Connects, Waiver 2. Overall vote goes to Waiver 2. 1 zip in this matchup. Let's go with another vote. Direction quality, tie. Definition, Waiver 1. Crown, Waiver 2. Flow, tie. Connects, Waiver 2. Overall vote goes to Waiver 2. 2 zip in this matchup. We need another vote. Direction quality, tie. Definition, tie. Crown, tie again. Flow, Waiver 2. Connects, Waiver 2. Overall vote. And the dub in Battle 1 goes to Waiver 2. GG's, Waiver 2 gets the dub. The Wave Cartel go up 1-0 versus Supreme after battle number 1. And shout outs to Demo. I mean, Demo is not even a year off the scout. And he's back in the arena. He's back on the banner. And I mean, he's getting back damn near in rare form than what he used to be, Brett. I mean, let's keep it a stack. Regardless of the history, which I got going, let's talk about the maturation of Demo post-scout.
Okay, yeah, I mean, I want to say thank you to Demo for filling the square with hair. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Supreme for showing up. You know, Q4, he out there doing handstand push-ups and brushing at the same damn time. And shout out to Demo. He's doing his thing. He's brushing. And I feel like he's also teaching and passing the knowledge to his guys. So, hey, GG's in the chat, man. Keep doing what y'all doing. Keep going. Keep brushing. And, you know, keep doing what you're doing because it's looking good. And I'm happy to co-host these battles.
And you see the talent that you've seen Demo locked in. He's on the page. As you can see, the knowledge is spreading on, not to mention he's taking on advice to make sure his four is better. He filled the square with hair. And then when you see that translate onto the field, what goes on, you see it is 3-zip. Moved on. Wave Cartel up 1-zip. Let's go to battle number 2. We have Najee versus Manat. Najee, Manat. Battle number 2. Locked in. We got the votes. You got the talent. Let's see what it's looking like. Directing quality. Waiver 1. Definition. Waiver 2. Crown. Waiver 1. Flow. Tie. Connects. Waiver 1. Overall vote goes to waiver 1. 1-zip in this matchup. 1-zip. Let's go with the next vote. Direction quality. Tie. Definition. Waiver 2. Crown. Waiver 1. Flow. Waiver 2. Connects. Tie. Overall vote goes to waiver 2. 1-1 tie game. 1-1 tie game. We need another vote. Direction quality. Tie. Definition. Waiver 2. Crown. Waiver 1. Flow. Waiver 2. Connects. Waiver 2. Overall vote goes to waiver 2. 2-1. 2-1 in this matchup. We need another vote. Direction quality. Tie. Definition. Waiver 2. Crown. Waiver 1. Flow. Waiver 2. Connects. Waiver 2. Overall vote. And the dub in battle number 2 goes to waiver 2. GG's. Waiver 2 gets the dub. The Wave Cartel go up 2-zip versus Supreme in this matchup, going into a game 3, facing elimination. And speaking of which, for the forwards that we looking at, or where they had our critique for Najee, seeing Dame back on the field after not seeing him, this is like he's starting to get back into that game mode, in the game shape, going into the second half. We're going to talk about that later, but I know we're going to see more Manat going into the second half. Your thoughts on the 4 ways presented, whether it's votes or 4 ways, any thoughts on the last battle?
Yeah, I'm looking at them. It must be hot where these guys are because I see some low cuts, but you know, you got to cut down and work on it, cut down, work on it, you know, trim wolf. So I'm expecting these guys are going to be in rare form come week 10, you know, week 11, when it's really time to turn it up. So, hey, I appreciate these guys for showing up, and GG's in the chat.
GG's in the chat. And then what I like to mention as well about the waivers that cut low in the summer, and then they get a chance to get a good wolf going. By the time we get into the second half, we're going to have that 2-week break after that. By the time we get a little bit more time going in, you're going to see a lot of different talent show up. Some talent may go up, some talent may go down, but best assured, you're going to see some talent get better with more time to brush, more time to wolf, and get this shit going. So by the time they show up to the arena, we're going to see some different waivers. And speaking of which, let's go to matchup number 3. Battle number 3 right here, right now. We have the Keem versus Breeze. The Keem, Breeze. You see the talent. Wave Cartel, Supreme. Let's go with the votes. Direction quality. Waiver 1. Definition. waiver 2. Crown, tie, flow, waiver 1. Connects, waiver 1. Overall vote goes to waiver 1. One zip in this matchup. Let's go with another vote. Directs and quality, tie. Definition, tie. Crown, waiver 1. Flow, waiver 1. Connects, waiver 1. Overall vote goes to waiver 1. Two zip in this matchup. Let's go with another vote. Directs and quality, tie. Definition, tie. Crown, waiver 1. Flow, waiver 1. Connects, waiver 1. Overall vote. And the dub in battle number 3 goes to waiver 1. GG's. Waiver 1 gets the dub. Supreme fighting back. Down 2-1 versus the Wave Cartel just when they thought they was facing a 3 and out right here, right now. Breeze steps to the line. And for the ones that know, Breeze going Breeze, and she done did it again to keep the team alive. Brett, talk about it.
Yeah, we got Breeze. She gonna Breeze. You know what I'm saying? She looked like she cut low too. And Dakeem, he looking like he cut low too. So I guess this is a low cutting time for everybody. And it's a good time to cut low because it's still, mid-season. So, yeah, Breeze, he just ran into a real one right here. Breeze, she know what she's doing. And I'm glad to see that the Wave Cartel are letting their guys get some fun in. So, GG's in the chat, man. You just got to keep brushing, keep getting better.
And that's what we was talking about when we was talking about who utilizes the roster the most. And then, Wave Cartel is one of those teams. They got the depth they got the depth, so they're going to use that. Wave Cartel, you see the Wolfpack, you see Dripset. If they have the depth, don't matter what week you might see them pop out in, you might see some waivers you never seen for the first time. We in week 6 right now. First time coming. We see everything rolling out right here, right now. I'm loving the quality by the Cartel using their depth chart, just getting it done. No matter who they're playing, best believe they're going to be in that depth chart moving through. So after game number 3, Supreme stays alive. They're still facing elimination. Can they stay alive in this next matchup to force a game 5? We have next on stage, T-Fresh versus GZ. T-Fresh, GZ, Supreme, the Wave Cartel. Battle number 4. Can Supreme stay alive to force a game 5? Let's go with the votes. Directs and quality, tie. Definition, tie. Crown, tie. Flow, waiver 2. Connects, waiver 2. Overall vote goes to waiver 2. One zip in this matchup. Let's go with another vote. Directs and quality, waiver 1. Definition, waiver 2. Crown, tie. Flow, waiver 2. Connects, waiver 2. Overall vote goes to waiver 2. 2 zip in this matchup, 2 zip. Let's go with the next vote. Directs and quality, tie. Definition, tie. Crown, tie again. Flow, waiver 2. Connects, waiver 2. Overall vote. And the dub in game 4 goes to waiver 2. GG's, waiver 2 gets the dub. The Wave Cartel wins the series 3-1 versus Supreme. GZ with the game winner, and the Wave Cartel move on to 5-0. Brett, now I already know. This is their time right now. 5-0. The best team in the league right now, getting it done, showing why they get it done. We see Jeezy in the matchup. But my question is, what's with the definition in the crown votes being a tie? Now, I don't know what the judges is looking at, but in your personal opinion, is that valid to see that definition tie, crown tie? I've seen a lot of that in this matchup. I got thoughts on that, but what's your thoughts on that?
Yeah, I don't agree with that. You know what I'm saying? Maybe people looking at definition and thinking, they're looking at definition and they thinking that it's depth or something like that. But definition is the wave. the actual wave. Is it full? Is it connected? It's not about how long the hair is and how deep the waves are. The definition is how defined is the actual row, the actual wave, the symmetry. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, T Fresh, I see that left side coming together. Now she got to get that right side right. And I don't think the crown is a tie. I think GZ got it, but his crown is not perfect. But I think he got T Fresh in this battle. But hey, I mean, they walked away with it. They closed the door. Those guys 5-0, and first half of the season, they number one right now.
GZ closes the door, and yeah, that's what I'm saying. It just was like when you see a battle and you might see two crowns that might not be perfect. You might not see everything laid out. Like, yeah, you could technically call it a tie based on what you think completion is. But at the end of the day, guys, like, look, you gotta pick a lane when it comes down to that category. That's a very important category where even if two crowns are not complete, you might have to dig a little bit deep and just try to say, if I had to pick one over the other, which one do I like the most?
Yeah,
there's got to be something. Exactly. Just lock in on that crown area. If you want to go from the crown down, that's how it's really supposed to go. How's that progress looking? If the progress is looking better on one waiver, you go with that waiver with crown. I like the crown down progress, the flow. I like that from the crown, even though crowns might not be perfect. Again, this is in a scenario where if you don't think neither crown is perfect, you still have ways to determine who has the better crown from crown down, dealing with connects and flow. You still got those two categories to lean on to help you get to a more decisive vote on crown. But again, that's just something on voting. That's just something that, the voters could think about going into next week, going into the second half. We're going to do some more things on voting, going into that just to clean up some things. But I still like where the voting's going. It's just these certain times where we're looking at the ties, that come up. There's ways to get around that, especially when we talk about that crown category. However, Wave Cartel, 5-0. Unfortunately, Supreme is at 0-5, still looking for their first dub. Like I said again, I got a feeling that Supreme will end up finding their first dub sooner or later. Game number 2 already locked in. Game number 2 on the deck. Let's get game number 2 charged up right here, right now. I got to make sure the voting's good because these two teams I've been seeing really jump out with some excitement. They jumped out. They got things going. Drip Set locked in where they're at, second place in the rankings. Wolfpack with last week's win in a game 5, which is, it just was that kind of wavy activity that we looking at. But, and again, parlays included. Brett, I don't want to tell you to pick no side. You don't have to pick no side. Who you got for tonight's win? Let me just get these votes off the ground. Let's get the voting activated. Who wins tonight? Who wins tonight? Brett said he not messing with y'all with these parlays, man. Y'all just looking to pick somebody to blame something. Drip Set.
Yeah, this for a scapegoat.
Versus Wolfpack. Let's get the votes going. Who y'all got? Let's get the votes going. Let's lock in while we get ready to get this battle off the ground. The parlays is cooking. Remember, Trail got everything locked in. If you talk to Trail, again, fill out your parlay card. Hand it to Trail and be like, look, this is who I got. You got to have the team that's going to win. And you got to have by how many games? Will it go to a game 5? Will it go to a game 4? Will it be a 3 and out for each team? You got to pick those. You lock those in. You locked in a perfect parlay for the matchup. So just remember, you got to have who's winning. And you got to have by what? 2 games? 3 games? Will it need a game 5? That's all you need to do and lock in. And if you lock that in, you'll have that parlay set. And then if you get all 3 games perfect, locked in, Trail will have a dope prize lined in for y'all. But remember, you got to submit your card to Trail. Trail's the bookie on this. Trail got you locked in. Trail, any update? How many actually handed in the parlay sheet? Let me know, Trail. Trail, if you in the chat, let me know how many people filled in. What's the breast card? Don't do that. We're not gonna do that. See what we're not gonna do. We put that to bed last week. I thought we put that to bed last week, chat, and they still talking about that. No, they put that to bed.
it's fake news.
The Wolfpack win put that to bed easy. Now the first two games might have been looking like a little something, but when that Wolfpack game rolled around, the game of the night rolled around, Brett came through in the clutch. My parlay been in since Monday. All right, let's go. We got parlays in. All right, we got parlays rolling in. I like it. So the cards are locked in. We got 26 votes locked in. Let's talk about who the community got locked in tonight. 77% of the chat say Drip Set gets the dub tonight over the Wolfpack with 23%. Now remember, ladies and gents, both these teams are coming off good wins last week. As you can see, the Drip Set, they showed up strong. The Wolfpack, they showed up strong as well. Now two teams that show up, something's got to give. We got Drip Set versus the Wolfpack. What do we have? Game number one locked in. Let's see. Game number one locked in. We have the talent. Let's go. First, in the arena, we have Lish Lord versus Drip Damone Jr. The Wolfpack. Drip Set. Locked in. Battle number one. You see the talent, ladies and gents. Let's go with the votes. Directs and quality. Waiver 2. Definition. Waiver 2. Crown. Waiver 2. Flow. Waiver 2. Connects. Waiver 2. Overall vote goes to waiver 2. One zip in this matchup. Let's go to the next vote. Directs and quality. Tie. Definition. Waiver 2. Crown. Waiver 2. Flow. Tie. Connects. Waiver 2. Overall vote goes to waiver 2. 2 zip in this matchup. 2 zip. We need another vote. Directs and quality. Waiver 1. Definition. Waiver 2. Crown. Waiver 2. Flow. Waiver 2. Connects. Waiver 1. Overall vote. And the dub in battle number 1 goes to waiver 2. GG's waiver 2 gets the dub. Wolfpack go up 1-0 over Drip Set. Wolfpack takes the lead right now, 1-0. And Brett, what do you think about that battle? Lish Lord coming back strong. He's had a few down weeks, but this week, he took last week. Going into this week, he's still getting stronger and stronger as a waiver. What's your thoughts on that matchup?
This matchup right here, I mean, shout out to Lich Lord. He bested a Wave Hall of Famer and Drip Damone Jr. But Drip Damone Jr., he just need to cut his whole head off and throw the whole head away and start over, because this ain't it. This is not it right here. And he better not say nothing to me.
I think Illuminati done did something. Drip, make it stop. Hey, Drip. Hey, Drip. You see what? Hey, yo, Drip. Hey, look, Drip, we apologize. Hey, look, we just trying to do some wavy activity. And then the moment that shit started going down, the Illuminati, hey, look, they said not so fast. You better take it easy on our boy Drip. That's Illuminati. Hey, Brett, hey, look, we apologize for that. Hey, for the people that's watching, we apologize for that. He will be back, but you saw what was happening there, ladies and gents. We're going to wait to get back, but as you can see, he started to get in that space where once you start bringing up somebody from the Illuminati, that's when this kind of shit starts happening. So, like, I understand what's going on. I understand the critique. We got battle number 2 on deck right here, right now. Battle number 2, we have Steve versus Edwin. Steve, Edwin. Battle number 2 locked in. You see the talent. Let's go with the votes. Directs and quality. Waiver 2. Definition. Waiver 2. Crown. Waiver 2. Flow. Waiver 1. Connects. Tie. Overall vote goes to waiver 2. 1 zip in this matchup. Let's go with the next vote. Directs and quality. Waiver 2. Definition. Waiver 2. Crown. Tie. Flow. Tie. Connects. Waiver 2. Overall vote goes to waiver 2. 2 zip 2 zip in this matchup. Let's go with another vote. Direction quality, waiver 2. Definition, waiver 2. Crown, waiver 2. Flow, waiver 2. Connects, waiver 2. All cats go to waiver 2. Overall vote and the dub. And battle number 2 goes to waiver 2. GG's, waiver 2 gets the dub. The Wolfpack go up 2 to zip versus Drip Set? Bro, check this shit out. Like, now going into this and I'm seeing the parlays, somebody's parlay might be cooked already and we 2 games in. We only 2 games in and I've seen battle number 2, 1 voter. Yes, you heard it right. It was a all-cat vote for waiver 2. Edwin with the dub. Wolfpack with the dub in battle number 2. Now I'm looking at everything and then like I got the battle still on another screen while I'm looking at it. I could see what things might have came in the light, but I also see where there might have been some criticism to Steve's edges and his directs, preferably his directs on his right side. For the ones that go back and look at the rebroadcast, pay attention to that battle in battle number 2. The edges. We just went over this. But we also see this going down with this battle with Steve. The edges and the right side. The right side directs. Now we got our co-host back. Hey, Cole, Session 1-2, can you hear me?
Mic check, mic check. Yeah, I hear you.
Mic check, mic check. All right, we good, we good. We got action. I'm gonna get my co-host back in here. I don't know if he's seen battle number 2, but battle number 2 just went down. Edwin versus Steve. Edwin got the dub versus Steve. Edwin got the dub versus Steve. Now, if you've seen that battle, Brett, check this shit out. If you've seen that battle, Edwin versus Steve. Edwin got the dub. Now, again, if for the ones that look at this, once they go back on the rebroadcast, just understand. Looking at the edges on Steve and looking at his right side direct, which is very, 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 very indirect. Look, kind of step backish a little bit. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, so just like for the ones that know, you can look at that. That might have been something that was held against him on that, but we got the dub. Waiver 2 got the dub. The Wolfpack now up 2 to zip over Drip Set. Now, before we get into anything, like, you started talking about Drip, Brett, and I don't know what happened. But the Illuminati, they said, look here, not so fast. Look, like, y'all gonna ease up on my guy Drip.
Yeah. I'm gonna dial it back a little bit, but that he didn't get the dub, and shout out to the Wolfpack. But this battle right here, Steven Reeves, his hair is looking kind of poofy. I think he need to lay it down some more, and he got to stop getting those hot tapers on this battlefield. National Brush League, those hot tapers, they will be counted against you. So he needs to let that grow out and just keep it low, keep it below the top of the ear. You know what I mean? I know the barber want to show off his fade and all that, but you can't do that because it's going to count against you. And we saw just now that Hurricane Hensley, Edwin Stewart, Mr. Wave Builder, he's outside. And he could have got that dub. Steven Reeves could have got the dub, but the Wolfpack prevailed. So GG's in the chat.
GG's in the chat. And again, Wolfpack are up 2-0. Drip Set facing elimination in this game 3 if they can't get game 3 done. And we have game 3 right here on the line right now. We have Waveman versus Humble. Waveman, Humble, Drip Set, the Wolfpack. The talent is locked in. Let's go with the votes. Direction quality, waiver 2. Definition, waiver 1. Crown, waiver 1. Flow, waiver 2. Connects, waiver 2. Overall vote goes to waiver 2. 1 zip in this matchup. Let's go with the next vote. Direction quality, tie. Definition, waiver 1. Crown, waiver 1. Flow, tie. connects, tie again. Overall vote goes to waiver 1. 1-1 tie game. We got a tie game. Let's get some more votes. Direction quality, tie. Definition, tie. Crown, waiver 1. Flow, waiver 1. Connects, waiver 2. Overall vote goes to waiver 1. 2-1, 2-1. We need another vote. Direction quality, waiver 2. Definition, tie. Crown, waiver 1. Flow, tie. Connects, waiver 1. Overall vote. And the dub in battle number 3 goes to waiver 1. GG's. Waiver 1 gets the dub. Drip set, stay alive versus the Wolfpack, which leads 2-1 over Drip set. Facing elimination, they got it done. Now, thoughts on that battle? It's a very good battle. I like the feedback in the chat. This is a damn good battle. GG's to both waivers. Wolfpack still up 2-1 over Drip set. Your thoughts on that last battle with Humble and Waveman?
All right. Well, shout out to the first Torino Wave King to ever do it, Mr. Waveman. Shout out to Humble, big top 10 on the banner. You know what I'm saying? Big shark outside eating. Crown is what won this for Waveman. If Humble had his crown, if he had those waves connecting to the focal point to just get him a little closer, you know what I'm saying? He could have walked away with the dub. This could have been a different story. But shout out to Waveman. He did his thing. And he got the dub, so GG's in the chat.
GG's in the chat, and still being down 2-1. They are facing elimination in this game 4. Can they stay alive to force a game 5? Battle number 4 locked in right here, right now. We have 360 Matt versus Major Pain. Vince Major Pain, game number 4, Drip set. Wolfpack, game on the line. You see the talent? Let's go with the votes. Direction quality, waiver 2. Definition, tie. Crown, waiver 2. Flow, waiver 2. Connects, tie. Overall vote goes to waiver 2. One zip in this matchup. Let's go with the next vote. Direction quality, waiver 2. Definition, tie. Crown, waiver 2. Flow, waiver 2. Connects, waiver 1. Overall vote goes to waiver 2. 2-zip in this matchup. 2-zip. We need another vote. Direction quality, waiver 2. Definition, waiver 2. Crown, waiver 2. Flow, tie. Connects, waiver 2. Overall vote. And the dub in battle number 4 goes to waiver 2. GG's. Waiver 2 gets the dub. The Wolfpack defeats Drip set 3-1 after 4 games. GG's in the motherfucking chat. GG's the Drip set. GG's the Wolfpack. Thoughts on this matchup, Brett?
Well, I'm not familiar with this first waiver for the Driplomats, but his directs, man, he taking them like Major League Waving. Remember that league back in the day they had over on WTVD? But Vince, he's locking in that crown. That's looking real good. Nice beehive. His sides could use some work, but I mean, it's a clear-cut case right here. So shout out to the Wolfpack, because those Driplomats, they're not easy to best. And those guys walked away with a big dub. They should pat themselves on the back and continue to brush. Don't get satisfied, because the Driplomat's not going to just go away. So keep going and keep doing what y'all doing, man. GG's in the chat.
GG's in the motherfucking chat. And again, they came back off of a good battle last week. Both teams came off a good battle. And look, they was just like you heard Trail. Look, we're going to keep working. We got the dub, but we're not satisfied. We still know we got teams that are strong teams, but this is something that I spoke on last week. It's just like looking at the rankings, the teams in the middle of the pack. Any given day, if you show up with that team, if you got a 4-way that might be off, it might go to a game 4, it might go to a game 5, depending on how you lead out at the 1. And then once you get the second game off the ground in the third game, if you stay alive, you still got to stay alive for that game 4. Vince with the game winner in game 4, getting Wolfpack their second dub of the season. Congrats to the Wolfpack. GG's a Drip said, I know they're not done. They're still a top team. We still know what they did last week and the week before that. They just beat the current champs. So just to be clear about this, now I'm going to use some Brett logic real quick. If they bested the champs and Wolfpack just bested the team that beat the champs, that means the Wolfpack is technically better than the champs because they just got bested by the ones best bested. Y'all know where I'm going with this one. This is how this shit just goes.
It's based off lineups though, so that's to be determined. They got to line it up. You know what I mean? It's different with the league because every week is a different guy in a different spot, and so it's hard to tell.
GG's in the chat for both teams. We know next week y'all going to jump out for the schedule that y'all got going. We're going to look at that after the matchups. We have one more matchup of the night, the game of the night. The game of the night on deck right here, right now. Big implications on playoffs, rankings. We have the affiliates versus TWM. Let me get the voting off the ground right here, right now. This is game of the night. Who wins tonight? We have the affiliates
versus
TWM. TWM. Let's get this voting going right here, right now. Big implications on playoffs. Big implications on rankings going in to the second half. And I have a little stat sheet lined in for after this battle gets done, and we're going to talk about it. But get your votes in right here, right now. No matter what happens in battle number 2, the bookie just chimed in. All parlays are already cooked. That Drip set Wolfpack game cooked everybody's parlays. Now, before we get into that, I just need to say this. Just speaking to the chat, we're going to be transparent for a second. Check this shit out. Now, remember all that shit y'all was talking about Trail winning at the dice game and making sure y'all thought he was rigging shit all the time? I think I figured out the real conspiracy right here, right now. I think this is his way to paying all y'all motherfuckers back for hating on him after he was getting them dubs all on the dice table, week in and week out. Now he cooking y'all niggas parlays on purpose. I'm calling that shit right here, right now, chat. He's cooking y'all shit on purpose. He's like, look, line up. I'm the bookie. I got you. Put your parlays right here. I got a prize for y'all. I got you. Next thing you know, everybody shit cook, and he in the background laughing, chat. Hate to see it. Hate to see it. He said it once. He said it twice. You never win in this town, never again if you cross me. And I think enough of these niggas done cross Trail. Well, I think it's time for some get back. So just like, look, y'all do what y'all will with that information. Can't tell you how much that's true or how much is not. But just understand, y'all do what y'all will with that information. We got game of the night locked in. TWM affiliates. Let's see what the voting look like. The voting is looking interesting. The voting is looking very, very close.
27 votes.
Let's go. 27 votes in. Let's pull the trigger on this shit and get this shit. We got 28 votes off the ground. The voting says 57% say the affiliates gets the dub tonight versus TWM. Well, just to get everything going, we might as well get this shit off the ground right here, right now. We have the talent locked in. Coming to the stage, coming to the arena right here, right now. We have K2 versus DVD. First time in the arena for TWM locked in. DVD versus K2. You see the talent, ladies and gents. Let's go with the votes. Direction quality, waiver 1. Definition, waiver 1. Crown, waiver 1. Flow, waiver 1. Connects, waiver 1. Overall vote goes to waiver 1. One zip in this matchup. We need another vote. Directs and quality. Waiver 1. Definition. Waiver 1. Crown. Waiver 1. Flow. Waiver 1. Connects. Waiver 1. Overall vote goes to waiver 1. 2 zip. 2 zip in this matchup. We need another vote. Directs and quality. Tie. Definition. Tie. Crown. Tie again. Flow. Waiver 1. Connects. Waiver 1. Overall vote. And the dub in battle number 1 goes to waiver 1. GG's. Waiver 1 gets the dub. The affiliates go up 1 to zip over TWM DVD. First time in the arena versus the affiliates versus K2. Thoughts on this matchup, Brett?
Hey, shout out to the Wave Hall of Famers. Stand up. K2, you know, he repping the Hall. And shout out to DVD. He pulled up. He's been brushing. He's back on the battlefield. But, I mean, he's dealing with a real one. And K2, it's like he got a fire lit under him this season. And he's been really taking his time and making those connections connect. You know what I'm saying? His flow is flowing. His definition is defined. And I'm proud to say that he represents Arizona. So shout out to the affiliates. GG's in the chat. Keep going, DVD. But hey, you ran into a real brusher today.
And just to let y'all know, like Brett said, like it's certain Hall of Famers that's outside, and they've been outside pretty much all year, whether they out doing battles on the pages or they in the league. K2 is definitely one of the waivers that's been stepping out. He's been getting shit done on the field for his team. And right now we sit the affiliates 1 to zip right now over TWM going into a game 2 right here, right now. We have Chanel versus Static. Chanel, Static, the affiliates, TWM. You see the talent? Let's go with the votes. Directs and quality, waiver 1. Definition, waiver 2. Crown, waiver 1. Flow, waiver 2. Connects, waiver 2. Overall vote goes to waiver 2. 1 zip in this matchup, 1 zip. Let's go with another vote. Directs and quality, tie. Definition, tie. Crown, waiver 2. Flow, waiver 2. Connects, waiver 2. Overall vote goes to waiver 2. 2 zip. 2 zip in this matchup. Let's go with another vote. Directs and quality, tie. Definition, waiver 2. Crown, waiver 1. Flow, tie. Connects, waiver 2. Overall vote. And the dub in battle number 2 goes to waiver 2. GG's, waiver 2 gets the dub. TWM now ties the series 1-1 versus the affiliates. And as you know, Brett, it's just like, look, Static is doing static-like things week in and week out. What's your thoughts on that matchup?
That's a good game right there. Chanel Swag Kerr, she just got some work to do. She got to get rid of those forks and get that crown more organized. And Static, he just got to capture the crown, and at the same time, he got to work on getting it more defined, you know, getting more definition in that crown area. But his connects, his flow is on point outside of that. And I mean, I don't see any discrepancies as far as the judging goes. I think this was a great call by the judges, you know, the right waiver won. So GG's in the chat. Shout out to TWM for tying it back up, fighting back.
They fighting back, and the series is now tied up 1-1 going into a game 3. In game 3, who's represented? Who's stepping out for each team? We have Jeff versus Scoob. Jeff, Scoob, affiliates, TWM. You see the talent locked in? Let's go with the votes. Direction quality, waiver 2. Definition, waiver 1. Crown, waiver 1. Flow, waiver 1. Connects, waiver 1. Overall vote goes to waiver 1. 1 zip in this matchup, 1 zip. We need another vote. Direction quality, tie. Definition, waiver 2. Crown, waiver 1. Flow, waiver 1. Connects, waiver 1. Overall vote goes to waiver 1. 2 to zip in this matchup. 2 to zip. We need another vote. Direction quality, waiver 2. Definition, tie. Crown, tie. Flow, waiver 1. Connects, waiver 1. Overall vote. And the dub. And battle number 3 goes to waiver 1. GG's. Waiver 1 gets the dub. The affiliates now up 2-1 over TWM. TWM facing elimination going into the next game. Again, Brett, your thoughts. You know Scoob, you know Jeff. Your thoughts on seeing these waivers lock up?
Yeah, looking like Scoob. Is she swirling that thing, or is she going to keep it beehive? It looks like she's starting to swirl it a little bit. But I mean, those connections look magnificent. Her side shots look magnificent. You know, she could use some definition in her temple area, but that's an ongoing process. And Jazzy Jeff, he's making progress by leaps and bounds. Compared to the 4-way that we last saw to this one, he definitely been putting in work. And he's been brushing, and all he got to do is keep on going. But the right waiver won this time. Shout out to the affiliates. GG's in the chat.
And we talked about it last week about Jeff's progress, and it's just like, for the ones that know the progress that we know where he's supposed to be at that caliber to where we've seen him in the battlefield, he's just getting a step closer to that caliber. Again, going into the second half, he's got a lot of time to get back closer to that caliber. And you can see with this week, he's taking more steps to get back to that caliber. And of course, Scoob's been outside. Scoob's been doing a thing. Scoob's got some dubs under her belt this year in the league, and that's helping out this time. Now she helped her team out 2-1 going into a game 4. The affiliates up 2-1. We got game number 4 on the line right here, right now. We have Jerron versus Audi. Jerron, Audi, affiliates, TWM. Game number 4. TWM facing elimination. Can they stay alive to force a game 5? Let's go with the votes. Direction quality, tie. Definition, waiver 1. Crown, waiver 2. Flow, tie. Connects, waiver 2. Overall vote goes to waiver 2. 1 zip in this matchup, 1 zip. Let's go with the next vote. Direction quality, waiver 1. Definition, waiver 1. Crown, waiver 2. Flow, waiver 1. Connects, waiver 2. Overall vote goes to waiver 2. 2 zip in this matchup. We need another vote. Direction quality, tie. Definition, waiver 1. Crown, tie. Flow, waiver 1. Connects, tie. Overall vote goes to waiver 1. 2-1, 2-1. We need another vote. Direction quality, tie. Definition, tie. Crown, tie again. Flow, waiver 2. Connects, waiver 2. Overall vote. And the dub in battle number 4 goes to waiver 2. GG's. Waiver 2 gets the dub. TWM ties the series 2-2 versus affiliates, forcing a game 5, and we have a sudden death battle on the line right here, right now. Before we get to that, game of the night, before we get to that, we got a sudden death battle. What's your thoughts on this last battle that you've seen with Jerron and Audi?
This is a really close battle, and these guys, the votes don't tell the whole story. Okay, Jerron, he's brushing, and this guy Aaron, he's brushing, and it could have went either way, but I think that waiver 2 has the better definition, so he got the nod. But Jerron is not too far off. You know, he got connects, he legacy court down, he got a lot of titles. You know what he's doing. But hey, I love it when it's a a time to go for a tie. What do you call it? Sudden death.
Yeah.
I love
it. Yep.
So, hey, GG's in the chat, man. You can't be too mad about that. Let's keep going. We're gonna see who walks away with the dub.
And just looking at the psychology of each captain, it's just like no matter what y'all feel about who let out at the 1, who let out at the 2, the captain still made the decision to put a waiver at the 3 and a waiver at the 4 to get them back in the game, to keep the hopes alive to make it to a game 5. And now the real question is, who's at the 5? Now both captains could look at this. If we make it to a game 5, this is who we want to close the door. We talk about this week in and week out. If you got an opportunity to go 5 games, who do you want to be your closer? We're about to find that out right here, right now. Game number 5, game of the night, sudden death matchup at the 5. We have Heavyon versus Double Haynes. Heavyon, Double, the affiliates, TWM. Game number 5, sudden death on the line. You see the talent. Let's go with the votes. Direction quality, waiver 1. Definition, waiver 2. Crown, waiver 2. Flow, waiver 2. Connect, waiver 2. Overall vote goes to waiver 2. 1 zip in this matchup. 1 zip. We need another vote. Direction quality, tie. Definition, waiver 2. Crown, waiver 2. Flow, waiver 2. Connects, waiver 2. Overall vote goes to waiver 2. 2 zip. 2 zip in this matchup. Let's go with another vote. Direction quality, tie. Definition, tie. Crown, waiver 2. Flow, waiver 2. Connects, waiver 2. Overall vote. And the dub in battle number 5 goes to waiver 2. GG's, waiver 2 gets the dub. TWM takes the series 3-2 over the affiliates in a game where the community voted. The majority of the community voted affiliates would get the dub tonight. However, TWM had other plans. They said, no, not so fast, not so fast. We still out here balling out too. We still have a static. We still have members on this team. We still have Audi. We still have a strong closer at dub. We still got what it takes to go to a game 5. Let's see if y'all can match our intensity. And you're seeing it play out here tonight. Game of the night, game number 5. Your thoughts on that game number 5, Heavyon versus Double Haynes?
Hey, shout out to Heavyon, the mighty affiliates. He pulled up. He represented the 5 spot. It didn't go as planned. But also shout out to Dub and his Major League Waving Tilt on those sides. But he organized his crown for this battle. He organized his sides and he organized his top shot. And that's all we ask. Keep it organized. Get that flow going, get the connects right, get that definition right. And I just want to, I got a little ding for the Major League Waving Tilt, the Banks sidestep, if you will. But I mean, overall, he's looking real good, and it's right about time. Heavyon, keep going, keep doing what you're doing. But hey, all gas, no brakes. Walks away with the dub this time. So GG's in the chat.
GG's in the chat. All gas, no brakes. And just to think about, just like now, food for thought right now. And I was thinking about this, and I've seen a few comments in the chat where when you're looking for certain teams to close the door, in my mind, when I seen the lineup, I was thinking maybe we would see a Sim at the 5. Is this a different outcome if we have Sim at the 5? Or I'm looking at another different scenario. I've noticed we have not seen Carry On in the lineup. This is something where we've seen him jump out this season. We've seen him a main staple in the lineup for TWM. Yeah. Now, all of a sudden, weeks go by, we see him not embedded in the lineup. So I'm again, interesting things for the narrative for both teams. Where's Sim in the lineup? We've seen Sim already make an appearance in the arena in the lineup for a game like today. For a game like today, again, we're just talking about the caliber of game. For a game like today, you would almost feel or expect to see waivers of that caliber in the lineup. That's just me thinking out loud.
Yeah.
I've seen a few people say that in the comments, but just thinking about the caliber, the level of the game, are you surprised that you didn't see Sim in this lineup, Brett?
Well, no, I'm not surprised. I feel like Dub is a worthy opponent. You know what I mean? He stepped up. And Sim, he got his time. He's looking real good right now from what I've seen. So, maybe they just wanted to give Dub a chance, or I don't know the thought process behind it. But, no, I'm not surprised because that four-way that Dub submitted, it got the job done.
And definitely got the job done. Shout out to Dub. And now we have standings right here, right now. And remember what I was talking about. Remember I was talking about a team being willing to take on any team in the standings. I stand before you right here, right now, ladies and gents, just to let y'all know, we have standings. And we don't have one, not two, but three teams tied for second place in the standings.
Wow.
Now,
that's
this
a first.
standings is something that I haven't seen from last year, even going into this year. We have a three-way tie at second place in the standings. We have the Wave Cartel still sitting at the top of the standings, 5-0. We have Drip Set now 3-2. We have WTBD with the bye week going into next week, still 3-2. We have TWM locked in at 3-2. The three-way tie for second place. The Wolfpack moves up the rankings. They now sit at 2-3, one game away for locking in 500. The affiliates sit at 2-4. And unfortunately, Supreme still sit at 0-5, looking for their first dub. This is something that, again, I haven't seen this last year, but going in to week 7, when we talk about week 7, I just got to know just the thoughts on Brett just seeing with his own eyes a three-way tie for second place in the standings. Looking at the standing, what does that tell you about the league that we're looking at after 6 weeks? We're 6 weeks into this. One more week, we're going into the second half. What's your thoughts so far in the first half, looking at the matches?
Well, I'd like to say that the teams, that's the top teams, people didn't stop making brushes after they made theirs. You know what I mean? Like, everybody got brushes, everybody got combs, and they using them, they putting them to work, and the ties show it. The Wave Cartel, they got the upper hand right now. They 5-0, and maybe they just brushing harder, they brushing longer. Maybe they just brushing better. But the teams that's tied for second, they're not that far off, and we still got a whole nother half of season to go. We got the 2-week break after week 7, but I'm liking where this is going, and I think that we're going to get some surprises the second half of the season because guys are really putting in that work.
And speaking of surprises, we got the matchups already locked in for y'all, just so y'all can get a head start on this. We got week 7 about to be off the ground next week, July 11th, before we go into the second half. This is how we going to end the first half out. We're going to end the first half out. The Wolfpack versus WTBD, fresh off the bye week. Can the Wolfpack keep the win streak alive versus the returning champions of the NBL? We have TWM versus Supreme. Supreme still looking for their first dub of the season. Can they get it in the first half versus TWM? We're going to find that out. And of course, we have the 5-0 Wave Cartel going up against 3-2 Drip Set. These are all still playoff teams in the making, still looking at the standings. This will be the last week before we go into a 2-week break. And whatever happens here, just understand, chat, whatever happens next week, you'll have 2 weeks to regroup. If you get the dub going into the break, you take that dub, you just keep moving with positivity. Understand, we still have major changes. You still got waivers that you could pick up. You still got a lot of things that can be made with your roster, any waivers you want to pick up, or even more importantly, the progress you want to work on. Your personal progress, your personal growth. This would be a good time once you take that 2-week break. Lock in the gym, lock in with them lab sessions, get that lab work going. Practice taking better fours.
Yeah.
Show that to your team. Analyze the fours. Analyze the lineup. Could we see new number 5s emerge if games go to a number 5? This was like, look, we in the first half, you was a number 3 or 4, but you got better. Now I think I might try some of y'all at the 5 and see if we could close the door with certain waivers. We got some waivers that's locked in, and I just want to drop one quick stat for the ones that understand what we looking like when we talk about the All-Star team. The 2 waivers now sitting undefeated at 5-0 on the season in their individual battles are Breeze and Static. The only 2 waivers that sit at 5-0 in the season after 6 weeks of NBL play. These are 2 waivers, definitely a lock in, a shoe in for the All-Star team. They currently now sit at 5-0. Now we got some waivers that sit at 3-0. We got some waivers that sit at 4-0. But the ones at the top of the list, leading the league in individual battles, are Static and Breeze, locked in respectfully at 5-0.
Okay.
And when you look at everything, story checks out, right? These are the 2 waivers, if I'm not mistaken, faced off in the East versus West. The battle waivers, they faced off. Some of the top battle waivers faced off. We know Static was recently number 1 on the banner, so he was where he's supposed to be when we're looking at the standings. Y'all know Breeze going Breeze, but Static's still pretty good as well, with 5-0 sitting leading the league. So second half, Brett, we're going to talk second half. Second half, if you had to pick one team, okay, this is Paulie's aside. If you had to pick one team that's going to make noise going into the second half, you had to pick one team after looking at the first 6 weeks, one team looking to make noise going into the second half, who you got?
Kato, I'm not falling for that. I'm going to have to respectfully decline, and I'm not going to give these guys somebody to point the finger at. We just going to have to see, because I don't like the way these guys try to flip the script, and I'm just going to respectfully decline on that one. But that's a great try there, Kato. That was a great try.
Respect. I almost got him, chat. You see that? I was trying to get at least one team. I didn't want to do a matchup, but I was trying to get one team to give somebody some hope going into the second half. So just like, we're going to have standings. Our co-commissioner are going to post the new standings to the page. We're going to get everything going. Y'all know what's going on for next week. Next week, we got the 7-week games going down. After that, we're going on a 2-week break. Y'all do what y'all will with that 2 weeks. Y'all gather y'all affairs. Y'all get y'all new teammates going. There's a lot of free agents out here bouncing around. I don't want to say no names in that, but y'all know, if you know, you know. Some people might say they on teams. Some people, they looking to get picked up on a new team. They trying to, just saying, broaden their horizons on a new team. Any last words before we roll up out of here, Brett?
I got a couple things. The first thing is, will there be ES After Dark for those 2 weeks that the league is paused?
Absolutely.
Okay, that's great news. And I'd like a moment of your time to talk about the top tier waves, Wave Bible. All right, if you turn to page 56, it talks about section brushing. Shout out to my 12-round brethren, Great Lake Nate. He put it down, and he's teaching you guys how to start from the crown and work your way down through the shoreline. You got to brush those things, and you got to brush your digs, as a Wave Hall of Famer Eric Overwork likes to say. Brush your digs. You feel. But it's a hair health book, 4 waivers, buy waivers, available on Amazon, Barnes & Noble, ebook, paperback, and hardcovers.
And also, I hear that there's a new brush on the horizon that's dropping, a new brush on the horizon.
Yeah, we got some unicorn bristles, and they on the boat right now. So they on the water. I can't give you guys a hard date yet because you never know what happens to cargo. but the unicorn bristles are real. They are on the way. It's going to be natural horsehair, black and red. It's going to be used for polishing. It's going to be a maple wood and a mango wood mix paddle. So be on the lookout for those. They're on the way.
Surefire you, just know they are on the way. You got the new brushes loading, they're across, and as you can see, if you got the collection already, you got to get ahead of the game, get the collection going, and get ready to add another new one to the collection. The collection is already growing. The product line is already growing. Shout out to Brett the Hitman pulling up, being a co-commissioner week in, week out. We got one more week before we go into the second half. It's been a phenomenal season. Having my co-host here, it's just been phenomenal. Good wavy activity. I mean, we could do this all day, but it's still July 4th. I got to let my guy get out of here and celebrate the rest of his holiday with the fam. Good looking out, Brett, for coming through.
How about y'all, man?
Hey, yo, chat, this is what it's all about. We come through. It's game night. It's holiday. We still going to get it done, but we got one more line of business to do. We have a new sponsor this month. The new sponsor this month. All you got to do, if you want to lock in, I'm not going to tell you what's on the line yet. I'm going to just let y'all get after it. Exclamation MP. Exclamation MP if you want to jump in for the giveaway for our new sponsor this month. Exclamation MP. That's who's doing the giveaway this month. For the ones that know, if you know, you know, just know it's a lot of plotting going on. If you understand what that MP means, understand it's a lot of plotting going on. He's locked in for this month's giveaway. Let's get this shit done so we can roll up out of here. And for the teams that pulled up, hey, look, GG's. GG's for the parlays. Parlays. I know y'all can talk about the parlays on UPC. Once UPC go live, y'all can just talk about whether your parlay got cooked or not. Somebody had to hit, right, chat? I'm looking at the list. I'm looking at how everything went down. Somebody had to hit tonight, chat. It couldn't have been that bad. Trell, talk to me. Somebody had to hit tonight. Nah, don't do that. Lock in. Exclamation. MP. Don't worry, the plotting's going down. Somebody had to hit, though. Somebody had. Hey, look, no matter what happened with game 1, game 2, or game 3, it was just phenomenal wavy activity we had tonight. I had fun doing this. I love showing up week in and week out to do this. Shout out to the judges that get the shit done at a timely manner where we can pull up and give y'all game night on Saturday nights on a holiday, no less. Happy 4th, y'all. Let's go. Let's go. All right, we got everybody locked in. Who's the last one? Is that Foreign? Is Foreign going to be the last one? Exclamation. MP. There's major plotting going on. Let's get ready to roll this dice and get up out of here. Who we got? Let's go. Who we got? Let's get ready to roll this dice. Last one in. Who we got? Last one in. All right, let's get ready to roll the dice. Let's draw this. I'm the greatest waiver in the world. Let's go. Let's get this off the ground. Okay, let's get this off the ground. Let's see where we at with this. Let's roll this shit and we can get this shit off the ground. Let's see. Let's roll it. Who's going to be the first waiver locked in for this month on July 4th? Who's going to hit on July 4th to get this shit done once again for July 4th? And we have, here we go, this nigga the demon. Here we go, redemption time from last week. Saw his name twice and did not hit this week. This nigga hit to make the finals of the month. GG's. They tried to cheat him last week. Last week they tried to cheat him. Name came up twice. This week, his name came up twice again. And he hits. The dice looking loaded at this point. Looking at, if you was here last week and you saw what happened last week, going into this week, y'all might understand what we talking about if y'all see what was talking about. But that's all that was going down. So just like, shout out to Demo. He gets the dub. He'll be one of the 4 waivers at the end of the month. Locked in for the giveaway for Major Pain. Major Pain got a dope giveaway locked in for y'all. And that shit is gonna be, I mean, look, he didn't tell me what's actually in the prize pack, but the prize pack gonna be fire. Shout out to all the subscribers that pulled up. We passed another milestone. We passed 1730. We on the way to 1740, and it is loading. Shout out to my peoples that pulled up showing love on the clips. I mean, the clips that I got loaded right now. I mean, one thing I gotta say, Drip Damone Jr. is must-see TV every time he pulls up the UPC. That's all I'm gonna say. It's must-see TV. Shout out to Trail. Shout out to Reese and what they got going on UPC. Love watching that show when I'm in the middle of brushing or driving. I got to put UPC on just to find out what the wavy conversation is about in the streets. And we got to get that shit going. So if you're not subscribed to the channel, pull up. Unpolitically.correct. Hit the subscribe, turn the bell on. They gonna be live tomorrow. They gonna be talking battles. And for the Wolfpack, I mean, with the dub tonight that y'all got versus Drip Set, y'all bet to be in the building, popping bottles, showing love for the captain that put this winning formula together. 2-game win streak and counting. They got that shit done. Shout out to all the teams that came out. I'll be in attendance. I'll be locked in the chat when I can. I'll see y'all next week. Y'all keep that brush moving.
I let you niggas hit on the dice, but I had seen this and I had to hit twice. You feel me? Boy, who the fuck is you?
Big Blaze, you know how I'm stepping. Bitch, this is Eastwood, Texas. East Bear, my exit. 3300 Hatchet Block. But you know the world, my section. Nigga play on the stretcher. Nigga talk a whole lot of smoke. But these niggas don't want pressure. Nigga do a lot of flexing. But these niggas pussy for the record. Bitch, this is Eastwood, Texas. Big dog off the leash when I'm stepping in. Nigga been on for clutching different ends. Easy with this shit, yeah, they definite. Mobbing like the motherfucking president. Bitch, I been a G and it's evident. Royal niggas be sweeter than a peppermint. I got a plug on the Laos and the Mexicans. Better live your life if you cherish it. Cause I'ma ride from the wood, from the six, and from the six to the brook. A nigga flex like his plex, his whole block get shook. Nigga throw a lot of slugs, type of hard on the book. One deep with a stick, walking up on foot. 30 rounds out the bitch and leave your whole body cooked. I had the chest in the mess, won't nobody look. Jail right uppercut, I hit his ass with a hook. The type of nigga get front to get his whole pack took. And I leave him with a shit bag if it test mine. Nigga try G's for a nigga test mine. People rapping ass nigga like a bow tie street nigga. I ain't never need a cosign, dope shit. You can feel it like a coke line, bitch, I'm back. Like Joy with the 4-5, bitch, nigga. You trying to play on both sides. Till a nigga in the casket hit on both sides like, hey. Big Blaze, you know how I'm stepping. Bitch, this is Eastwood, Texas. East Bear, my exit. 3300 Hatchet Block. But you know the world, my section. Nigga play on the stretcher. Nigga talk a whole lot of smoke. But these niggas don't want pressure. Nigga do a lot of flexing. But these niggas pussy for the record. Bitch, this is Eastwood, Texas. Big Blaze, you know how I'm stepping. Bitch, this is Eastwood, Texas. East Bear, my exit. 3300 Hatchet Block. But you know the world, my section. Nigga play on the stretcher. Nigga talk a whole lot of smoke. But these niggas don't want pressure. Nigga do a lot of flexing. But these niggas pussy for the record. Bitch, this is Eastwood, Texas. Eastwood, Texas.
Kato is an industry plant, and nobody can tell me anything less.